Two former college teammates, Puck and Alonso, played together at the University of Florida, and Pete flies one deep to right field. Garcia back on the warning track, right at the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso goes the other way for his first home run of the season and cuts the Marlins lead in half. It's now 2-1. First pitch against his old Gator teammate, and Alonso loses one to the opposite field to break up the shutout. Today, University of Arizona product. And Alonso lines one down the line. That's a base hit, and the Mets will take the lead. McNeil around third comes in to score. Back-to-back doubles by McNeil and Alonso, and the Mets go in front 3-2. Alonso struck out his first time up. And Pete golfs one in the air to right field. It's deep. Back goes Anderson in the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso ties the game with an opposite field two-run homer. Alonso's second home run of the year, and it's 4-4 in the third. Keith mentioned in the open that the Mets needed for Lindor and Alonso to get going. 2-2 to Alonso. And he drives one deep to left center field. Back in the gap goes Weimer looking up, and it's out of here! Pete Alonso with his second home run of the day. A two-run shot to put the Mets in front. Alonso powers one to left center. His third home run of the year, his second in 2 at-bats today, and it's 6-4. No. It was on purpose. Pulled out toward the hole, a base hit for Alonso. Nito around third heading home. The throw by Sanchez, and it gets on by. Nito scores. Nimmo stops at third. Alonso into second. It's 3 times in this game. And Pete gets a hold of one to center field. Back goes Chisholm, right back near the wall, and it's out of here. Back-to-back home runs, Lindor and Alonso. Number 4 for Pete, and it's 9-3.
You know, Keith, you talked in the open about these two getting there.
Why not? Alonso drives one deep left field. Back goes De La Cruz looking up, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso keeps on raking. 4 home runs in the last 3 games. A 2-run shot, and it's 3-0 New York. And Pete lines one to center field, falling fast. In comes Chisholm. He has to play it on the hop, and that'll bring in Guillorme. Alonso drives in his 11th run of the season with a first pitch single to center to cut the Miami.
And it made perfect sense to me.
Alonso smokes one to deep left center. Forget that. That is way out of here. Pete Alonso gives the Mets the lead with his 6th home run of the year. That was a big boy home run. Three to 2 New York. The day.
Muncie's red hot right now.
And Pete drives one to deep left. Forget that. That is way out of here. Off the facing of the second deck. Number 7 for Alonso to get the Mets on the board. His 6th home run in the last 9 games. And that was another no-doubter for Pete Alonso. 2-1.
That was a heck of a time to put the home run board up there. Nice.
And Pete gets one in the air to deep center field. Ruiz watches it go, and this game is tied. A monstrous home run from Pete Alonso. Alonso's 8th of the year. He hit it out of sight to center field, and it's 3-3 in the 9th. What a cannonball from Pete. 1-1 to Alonso. And Pete rifles a base hit to left, and that'll bring in Marte with the 3rd run of the inning. 3rd hit of the night for Alonso, his 15th RBI, and it's 8-6 New York. With nobody out, Lindor at first. Not going, and Pete drives one deep left field. Back goes Wade near the wall, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with a line drive 2-run homer, number 9 for Alonso to put the Mets up 2-0. It just stayed high enough to clear that fence in left field, and Pete continues to mash.
He is a beast.
Has to follow, right?
Or get there before, but
Ground ball toward the middle. Pass Crawford into center field. Base hit. Canna is in. Lindor to third. He's being waved around. The throw to the plate is not in time, and down to second base goes Alonso. More aggressive base running by Lindor.
well,
So it's 2-0 New York. Here's Alonso, and Pete hits one in the air to center field. That's deep. Back goes Wisely back near the wall, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso strikes again. His 10th home run of the year. The most home runs a Met has ever had before the end of April. And it's only the 21st. 4-0 New York as Alonso cashes in his 10th home run.
Season, it belongs to Lindor in Oakland.
That's grounded toward the hole. That's going to go through for a base hit. Nimmo is in. Lindor right behind him. McNeil goes to third. It's another 4 RBI night for Pete Alonso.
Field in for Alonso.
And Pete grounds one toward the hole. That's a base hit, and that'll bring in Lindor. So with the infield in, Alonso snaps an 0.
Thompson behind 2-0,
And Pete lines one into right center field. That's a base hit. It's going to go up the gap and all the way to the wall. Marte's in with the tying run. Alonso into second base with an RBI double. And the Mets have drawn
at the plate. 2-1 to Pete.
And he hits one in the air well to right center. Going back toward the wall. Acuna near the fence. It's out of here. Pete Alonso goes the other way for a 3-run homer to get the Mets right back in the game. Number 11 for Alonso, 28 runs driven in, and the Braves' lead is cut to 6-4.
Has just been pounding the strike zone. Alonso into right field at the track at the wall. It's out of here. An opposite field home run for Pete Alonso, his 12th of the season, and the Mets inch a little closer. It's 7-3.
Pete's been trying to go that way this whole entire game. His third at bat. Stolen base go, but the runner should have gotten the rundown.
Pete Alonso, high, back, gone. Tie ball game. For the second time in as many days, Pete Alonso goes yard. It's 1-1.
Do not throw Pete.
guys for the year. That leads the majors.
It's a lot of RBI. That's driven to deep left field. Gone if it stays fair. Right down the line, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso kept that fair. A 2-run homer, his 14th. To get the Mets a little closer, it's now 7-3. An absolute blast by Alonso. The only question was fair or foul, and he kept it inside the pole. Alonso drives one deep left field, really going back. It's out of here, and the Mets win it. Into the second deck. Alonso, a 3-run shot, and the Mets walk it off for the first time this year.
Cool. Very lovely.
Alonso drives one deep center field. Forget that. That ball's going to sail out of here into the black. Alonso has struck again. He's homered in all 3 games of this series. Number 16 on the year, and the Mets go in front 2-1. Pete's getting on a tear.
Maybe Pete should get sick more often.
And Pete flies one to right field. Back goes Brennan to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! A game-tying grand slam from Pete Alonso!
I guess they lose it a little bit.
Alonso drills one deep center field. That heads toward the bleachers, and that is way out of here. Pete Alonso strikes in Wrigley Field to get the Mets on the board. Number 18 for Alonso. And there was no doubt about it. Pete just keeps on clubbing. That's 5 home runs in his last 7 games.
Raises McNeil's average to 293. Here's Alonso, and he hits one in the air to right, chasing Suzuki back into the well near the wall, and it's out of here.
Pete Alonso goes the other way. His 2nd home run of the series, his 19th of the year, a 2-run shot, and it's 7-1 New York. Well, he showed you last night the chart of Pete's.
He's adapted well to having this be his home park.
Alonso drives one out to left field. Back goes Profar, looks up, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso, 20 home runs. The most home runs any Met has ever had before the end of May. Alonso hits his 20th on the 27th of May, and the Mets are on the board. It's now
In that 4th inning. 6 in the top, 4 in the bottom.
Slider hit out to right field. Bryant back toward the corner, and he can't get there. It bounces up against the wall. Alonso to second. He's going to take the turn. He's going to try for 3. The relay throw by Castro, not in time. Pete Alonso.
Pete lines one into left field. Going back is Merrifield. It's over his head. Pete Alonso in there with a double. And no, it's a home run. That one cleared the orange line just barely.
Well, you have to remember, once it goes over that orange line, it'll.
Elder trying to put this inning to bed, but Alonso cranks one to deep left field. Forget that. That's way out of here. The Mets' 2nd 2-run homer of the inning. Pete Alonso, number 22, and the Mets lead it 4-1. Lindor and Alonso, the Mets' 2 big guns, both going deep off Bryce Elder in the 3rd. 22 home runs from Pete, and the Mets have a 3-run lead.
Another hanging breaking ball.
Lindor at 2nd and nobody out. 2-0 to Alonso.
And Pete cranks one deep left center field, headed toward the wall, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with a 2-run homer, his 23rd of the year, and the Mets pull back to within a run. It's now 9-8. Well, you've been waiting for that since he came off the injured list over the weekend.
To be.
He's maturing.
I think so.
Alonso drives one out to right field, and Castellanos will watch that sail out of here. Pete Alonso goes the other way for his 24th home run of the year. The Mets' 2nd home run today, Lindor, and now Alonso, and it's 6-3 New York. And Alonso loops one behind Turner. He goes back and can't make the catch. Beatty is in. Narvaez scores. Alonso with a bloop single drives in 2. And Pete hammers this thing. Left center field. Ready for the derby. A 2-run shot for Alonso, and it is 8-4. A no-doubter for the polar bear.
Did not waste any time.
He's just off.
He drives this one toward the left field corner. That ball is out of here. A line drive home run from Pete Alonso. Number 26. That gets it off the schneid. His first hit in the series is a laser beam that produces 2 first-inning runs. Lindor with a triple. Alonso with a 2.
Nothing.
That's hit hard through the hole, a base hit for Alonso, and he drives in his 3rd run of the night. Well, whatever was plaguing Pete, he appears to have found the cure. Hit a fastball for a home run first time up. That time got a slider and